I know it's been a minute since I've made a YouTube video, and I'm so thankful for all of you that have been so loyal and supportive while I've been busy. And I was sick for 4 months with pneumonia and bronchitis, but during the middle of all that, I got promoted at work. And I've been in this position for 3 months now, and I feel really proud of myself and accomplished. I do. I really do. But at the same time, I feel uneasy, which is weird. And I realized that everyone that was in this position before me slowly gave up pieces of themselves and made compromises. And now it's my turn to decide what I'm going to do. So that's where I've been. I've been just trying to lock in and figure out who I want to be. And it got me thinking about integrity. You know, integrity is more than just doing the right thing when no one is watching. It's refusing to become someone you don't want to be when everyone is watching. And the thing about integrity is you aren't challenged in big dramatic moments that will make or break you. It's when you're tested during quiet ones. You know, the moments when no one tells you that you did something wrong. They just drop a, hey, we've never really done it this way, or this is how we've always done things. And making compromises in those moments can break your integrity. You start to tell yourself that you'll just compromise this one time, or it's not worth the fight, and that things are going to change later, but little by little without realizing it, those small decisions start to shape who you are. And that's where the danger is. You're not failing, you're still succeeding, but you're succeeding in a system that is slowly forcing you to be less of yourself. And you guys know my motto that I always tell myself is, if it was easy, everyone would do it. But with integrity costs something, because if it didn't, everyone would have it. And with my promotion, they didn't tell me about all of the unspoken expectations, you know, the unwritten rules, like trying to keep the peace instead of addressing something that is clearly urgent, right? Or maybe you find yourself just staying quiet to avoid a conflict with friends, family, a relationship. But silence can feel like an agreement. Maybe you're a content creator, and instead of focusing and making the content that you want, that you believe in, you're chasing trends. And I'm guilty of this. I will just have a conversation and nod along, even if I don't share or believe in the same values, but I nod along just so I feel like I belong, right? Your integrity gets tested wherever and whenever there are unspoken rules. Rules that don't ask you to do something wrong, but they ask you to stop doing what you believe is right. And having integrity doesn't mean being perfect all the time, and it doesn't mean always having the right answer. Because, dude, believe me, let me tell you, I'm as far away from perfect as it gets. And I've been so lucky that when I got promoted, my team at work really, truly loves me and trusts me and comes to me with the expectation that I will have the answer to their questions. But I have no shame, and my favorite response is, let me double check. I would love to clarify for you, and then I'll get back to you. I'm not trying to brag, but I've always been one of the most knowledgeable employees at work, and even my bosses would be the ones to come to me if they had questions. But I don't want to make the wrong call. I'll double check, because I've seen so many people in my position make the wrong decision because they didn't have all the information or they had no regard for their own integrity. So I've been really practicing aligning my actions to what I believe to be right. And honestly, I just wake up every day and try my best. I'm not trying to impress anyone or protect my image, because I could really care less what anyone thinks or says about me, because again, I have good integrity. I know who I am. I'm trying to stay honest about who I will become. And the best part is that I know I'm going to make mistakes. I have made mistakes. I'll make the wrong decision. I'm going to fall short, But in those moments, you can choose to grow from them and have integrity and own those moments and not let them turn you into someone that you don't want to become. Because the world doesn't need more successful people who lost themselves pursuing more. The most successful people I've met in my eyes are the ones that stayed true to themselves and shared their beliefs, their kindness, and love for who they are and what they do. So I'm trying to do something different than everyone before me. I'm trying to stay true to myself, even if it's going to be a slower learning process. Maybe it'll be harder, or maybe at times it'll be lonelier, because I'm willing to stray away from what everyone has done before me. And to help keep me motivated when things get hard is asking myself this question. When I look back at this version of me, will I respect him and be happy of the choices I made? Because again, if what I did was easy, everyone would do it. But remember, integrity costs something, because if it didn't, everyone would have it.